The self-improvement journey for the most part is going to be a very lonely road because unless you find others who are on the same mission and the same path as you, for the most part, everyone else is just going to be distractions. Because in order to self-improve yourself, in order to become the best version of yourself, you have to avoid all distractions. Because when you commit to something, for example, when you commit to improving yourself for a lifetime, you have to cut out the distractions. Because being committed to anything is hard when you have too many distractions. Because let's say you want to commit to a woman, right? But you constantly, everywhere you go, there's just a wide array of beautiful women like throwing themselves at you, and they're just a distraction. It's going to be harder to be a committed man when you're always at the club, when you're always going out partying, when you're always going to college parties. It's going to be harder to commit to a relationship when you have so many distractions. So the same thing goes for your goals, the same thing goes for improving yourself, because here's the thing. When you are locked in on your purpose, when you are locked in on your goals, and every day you know exactly what you have to do. I have to wake up, I have to do this, I have to do this, and I have to do that. It's going to be a lot harder when you have distractions in your life. So, for the most part, cutting out all the people who don't add any value to your life, that's something that you're going to have to do. And I'm not saying that you can't love those people from a distance. There's going to be the haters that you just cut off completely. And then there's the people that you just love from a distance because they're nothing but a distraction. Because if you have a plan to reach a certain goal, if you have a plan to get a six pack, right? Get abs and lose fat. But every single day, you know, you have to wake up, you have to count your calories, you have to eat a specific way, and you have to stay locked in. You have to work out. You got to do things that are congruent with your goal, that are aligned with your goal. So if you're not doing things that are aligned with your goal, you're straying from the path. So every time that someone says, "Hey, buddy, let's go out and let's go eat some pizza. Hey, let's go eat some donuts. Hey, let's go do this." If you constantly have people like that in your life, it's going to be very hard for you to reach your goals. No matter what your goal is, distractions are never going to help you out. And I feel this. I feel this even when I go out once or even twice. It's like I feel like I'm being distracted when I'm spending too much time away from what I know I have to do. I know I have to be on YouTube. I know I have to be on YouTube and teach you guys things about mindset so that you guys can apply it to your life and you guys can improve. I know I have to be learning about sales. I know I have to be learning about business. I know I have to be out there selling and learning more about the game. I know this is what I have to do. I know I have to work out. I know I have to stay on my diet. So even if I go out for a day or two, I start to feel like, what am I doing? I'm I'm having too much fun. And I don't think as a man you should be having too much fun. Like it might sound crazy, but to me, I don't think a man should be having a lot of fun when he's not where he wants to be. And I'm not where I want to be. I'm nowhere near it. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. So anytime I'm away from what I'm supposed to be doing, I feel this sense of urgency like, what am I doing? I need to get back on track. This is a distraction. This is a distraction. Because, like I said, if I have a goal let's say my goal is to save money, and then I go out, I decide to have a good day and just kick back, relax. Someone invites me to go out, and we go. Now I feel like I'm distracted because I know my goal is to not spend money. And all of a sudden, here I am spending more money because I just chose to relax and kick back. I only do things that are getting me closer to my goal. I'm a very goal oriented person, and I believe that if you have that mindset, you will be able to achieve whatever it is you want. But you have to understand you got to cut out the distractions. Too many people are just straying you from the path. Too many people are just distracting you, adding no value to your life. Do you have friends that just hit you up about bullshit? Bullshit all day, just sending you memes and shit? That's not someone that you want to have in your life when you are on a mission. So you got to have people who are talking to you and bouncing off ideas off each other. Hey, I think we should do this. And hey, I think we should do that. Because thinking together is a mastermind. You guys bounce ideas off each other, and you might have ideas that you couldn't have had by yourself. But this person had an idea combined with yours, and now it's helping you reach your goal faster. So that's not really a distraction. It's actually helping you get to your goal. So it doesn't have to be a lonely road, but for the most part, it will be. For the most part, it will be a lonely road because nobody is really in it to be, where they want to be. That's the problem I have. I tell people I'll coach 5 people. I'll coach 5 people because I've went from 130 to 200. Then I went from 200 to 165. So I've done the weight gain. I've done the weight loss. I've added, the pounds that I wanted. I've lost the pounds that I wanted. So I can coach people on how to do it as well. So if you're fat as hell and I say I'll coach 5 people for free, people won't do it. That's how much people are distracted. And you can't have those people in your life. Because if I'm going out of my way to coach someone for free, taking the time out of my day to coach someone for free, and they can't even take it because they're not committed, because they're distracted, because when the time comes to take action, their feet are too slow, they can't take action, they're second guessing themselves, they're halfway in, halfway out. Like those people, you can't have those people in your life. So understand that's why it's going to be a lonely road if you're actually self-improving. If you're just, doing mental masturbation and watching self-improvement videos and not doing anything with your life, then, you're distracted as well. But if you're actually locked in to improving yourself every single day, understand this. Nobody's really on that path. And I started to notice this when I hang out with other people who aren't necessarily on the same mission. And they might say things like, "Oh, so how many days do you work? Or how many days do you go to the gym?" And for me, it's pretty much every day, other than maybe one day. And then they're like, "Oh, well, what do you do to relax? Or when do you get rest?" Like I get rest when I sleep. That's when I get rest. So when do you watch TV? Oh, I don't watch TV. Only on my date night. Other than that, I'm reading. I'm trying to learn things. So understand that people aren't on the same path as you. That just made me think about it like, damn, people don't really think this is normal. And that's why it's called the 1%. It's called the 1% for a reason. Because the 99% are not doing what the 1% is doing. So if you want to be different, if you want to grow, if you want to achieve your goals, you have to become part of the 1%. But in order to become part of the 1%, you have to pay the price that it takes in order for you to reach your goals, in order for you to do what is necessary the same way that the 1% did. They paid the price. They learned skills that the 99% did not learn. And how did they learn those skills? By facing rejection thousands and thousands and thousands of times and staying committed and staying disciplined and sticking to the goal. That's it for today, guys. Like the video, leave your thoughts down below, and subscribe. Peace out. Let's get me to 400 subs. Peace out.